and welcome to Castles, where the show's namesake is literally the only thing we talk about. This week we have Dover Castle, an 11th century castle that has, as opposed to a significant portion of other English castles, has actually been invaded in the 500 years in which it was built. First up position, Dover Castle was in a position that many English kings were considered to be beneficial. Dover is the closest point between the European landmass and England, and by extension the Isle of Great Britain. This would hopefully stop any sea invasions coming in from Europe, as they would be unable to come past the castle, thus stopping the invasion. And that is exactly what happened in 1216. In the First Barons' War, a sizable group of barons tried to install the King of France, Louis VIII, into power because King John did not abide by the Magna Carta that he gave his seal on and also evidently signed at the bottom, and so landed in Dover. However, they were unable to take the castle after a 6-month siege. Next, defensibility. Dover Castle was the biggest castle in England. It consists of a magnificent keep, several rings of 6.5 metre thick stone walls, fortified with gatehouses and a new spur extension, using its terrain to an advantage. It's only to take a lot of men to take this castle. Finally, Dover Castle's extensive history. William the Conqueror founded the castle off an old Roman lighthouse in 1066, and made the castle hastily out of wood. Henry II rebuilt the castle into stone, rather than wood, and created the Grand Keep, meant to impress and defence. He added the first round of 6.5 metre, 30 feet, thick stone walls. John Lackland added a second ring, and as mentioned earlier, defended Dover against Louis VIII and the barons. Henry III added a third set of walls, and added great gatehouses and spurs. They were to be the last medieval fortification the castle would get. Dover Castle after Henry III was used as a palace for kings such as Charles I and Henry VIII. Many of the English medieval castles were severely damaged by the Civil War, but Dover Castle was surprisingly untouched. As artillery became more common than knights, many of the pre-existing medieval structures were reworked to fit cannons rather than archers. This became extremely prevalent during the Napoleonic Wars, as the threat of invasion was very real. In World War II, some of the tunnels that had been dug during the Napoleonic Wars came to good use, as the naval operations for the Channel were stationed in them. They helped organise the rescue at Dunkirk. Finally, in 1958, the castle was put out of use and was later converted into a heritage site. So that's Dover Castle, an incredibly interesting castle with a history as rich as its walls. Next week we'll talk about the Tower of London. See you there!